Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. And today I am coloring out of Christmas Magic by Ruth Sanderson. Oh my gosh, guys, what an absolutely gorgeous book. Ruth Sanderson, as you may know, is really big into grayscale coloring. And this is the first book that she has put out of line art. And she did an absolutely gorgeous job, guys. She says, all of the images in Christmas Magic were hand-drawn by me in India ink in the year 2020. I began this project just as the lockdown started for the coronavirus pandemic in March. So basically, she says a few of the images here are line art versions of grayscale images from my other coloring books, but the majority of the pictures are newly created designs for this book. Some of these are also available in sets of 3 on my Etsy shop. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't recommend. I'm not going to flip through everything, but this book is just absolutely out of the park gorgeous, and I highly recommend it. Just, oh, look at this. Really great stuff. And I want to pull one that I did. This is out of her book as well. I had an absolute wonderful time doing this. The old-fashioned Santa, the old-fashioned presents. I've got stickles on here, especially around Santa stuff. Let's see if I can get you to see this. I'm hoping you can see the stickles. Oh my gosh, let's see. My studio lighting is not really the best to show you this, unfortunately. Let me see if I can change that. Just gorgeous stuff. So the stickles is around here. And I use stencil for this snowflake, this one, and this one. And I use a stencil for 2 reindeer. And I've got stickle around the halo. So just that really beautiful. Creating a beautiful piece of work. And I went ahead and used eyeshadow around the outside, the green. I colored in the border black. So you can see the quality of her work is just beautiful. All right. And by the way, just to whet your appetite, I'm doing a piece out of Nightfall. I've done half of it. I'm going to be doing the other half in video. This is a beautiful piece as well. You know I'm going to add my extra special touches to it. Lots of fun on this one. So look for an upcoming video for that one, guys. That book is by Maria Troll. And it's a very well-known book. Okay. So I can't recommend this book enough, guys. Again, I just wanted to show you that really quick. And she's supplied 2 copies of each image, so you can have fun with that. Look at that. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Anyway, all right. So let me get to the subject at hand. This is the piece that I've been working on. And let me zoom in and show you. So, on the Christmas tree. And I didn't really want to take up your time doing this on camera because it really is pretty well straightforward. But any of the area in snow, I went ahead and I just kissed it with a light blue pencil. I mean, just barely there stuff. And then for the light bulbs, and let me pull you in for that. Then for the light bulbs, I went ahead and you can see that I put the color in, and then I left just a little bit of a white space. See that? Let me point with something instead of my ugly fingernail. There we go. And you can see that little tiny white space there, and that gives a little bit of shine to the bulbs. And then I went ahead and on the snow I put stickles, and on the tree I just did a single color of green, except for the center part. All right. So I am really happy with the way this is coming out. And I think that you can see that as well. Let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick. On this other tree, by the way, I use about 5 shades of green for the tree, and I even used a little bit of blue. See? So you can see the blue, you can see the medium green, you can see the light green, and it just really made this beautiful. Put some stickles on the lights. I used fluorescent gel pens on each one. So yeah, this turned out really well. All right, so let me pull you out. And let's get to coloring this other piece that I'm very excited about. Excuse my arm. Alrighty. So I'm going to color the 3 mice. If you have any questions about what I did here, get a hold of me. You know how to do that. I'd be more than glad to answer any questions. Oh, and the border. Look at that. I did that in red and green. Just plain pencil. So that really made it really neat too. Let's see if we can get you out enough showing you that. Could have done it in black. Could have done it in, I wouldn't have recommended all green, only because of the tree, but that's up to you. I mean, if you'd gone up with a brighter green, that might have been a good way to go with that. That would have worked. Totally up to you. Okay, so let's have some fun with this. Let's get some mice colored, and we'll go from there. All right, let me zoom you in. And by the way, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please subscribe. I would appreciate it. All right. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to work on a little bit of the detail work here. And on the front of the books are the holly leaves. So I'm going to take my red pen. Let's go ahead and get these colored. And there's a little bow there. I'm just going to leave that for now. Let's see what we got here. These are my Pilot G207 pens. Get them on Amazon. I love them. They come in various colors. Absolutely fantastic for detail work. Let me show you that. On Amazon, I think there's a package of 6 of them that you can get. All right. So I'm thinking that on these books, I'm going to go ahead and just use the pens. The area is so small. Let me get you in for detail. You know I like to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the bow. And let me do it on this one as well, because the mice are all singing out of the same book. And if you can, leave a little white space in that loop when you do it. Do the bow. And I'm exaggerating the bow and the tails just a little bit so that it's very clear what these guys are. There we go. All right. Let me pull you out. Cute as a button, guys. And I've got a nice green ink pen that's being a little bit stubborn. So I'm going to pop over to a fine liner. Love my fine liners. All right, there we go. And as you guys should know by now, I am really big on sweating the details. And you know that I'm also big on adding little extras to all my pages. And as you can see now, I've gone ahead and just colored up these 3 books with both fine liner and my ink pens. And we are really good to go here. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the coloring of these cuties. absolutely gorgeous. Bear with me while I swatch a couple of my pencils. Alright. So, as you guys know, I use various brands. And I also encourage you when I'm coloring just to go by the general color that I'm using. This is my Fila 114. Let's get this a little cutie colored. All right. Now, you guys know that I always recommend coming in light, first of all. Just get your coloring base established. All right. Not quite sure what these two things are here. I'll go ahead and color those. I hope you're enjoying my piano music. That is Whispering's piano. They do not pay me to talk about them, but I love them to death. They charge 30 bucks a year. Whoopee, right? All right. Oh, just pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so let's go and work on some darker color here and the shading. And remember, guys, your shading is done by repetitive stroke and not brute force. And if you have followed me at all, you know that I talk about always turning your pencil. When you're coloring. There we go. Ah. I have a new sharpener that I'm getting used to. And that puppy really sharpens. It's a Link Yo brand, Linkyo, about 30 bucks, Amazon. And you plug it in, which I preferred over battery. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I don't want to go any darker in these areas here, so I need to use my blender pencil. Because if I try and blend it with my pencil, it's going to darken an area I don't want darker. Darker. I found that going in little circles really helps. Okay. Pretty. Now, I also use, if you're a follower of mine as well, you know that I always use my little Tombow eraser. Which I love to death. And I always tell you guys, use it like a pencil. So watch this. I don't want to use white pencil because that's going to dull. There we go. A little more shading here underneath. just a little bit here just to get that whitish out of there. Again, that's a little speckly. There we go. And if you want, you can hit it very lightly with your Tombow. And then notice how that gives a little character to the book. To the coat. All right. Let's go ahead and work around these buttons a little bit. Once again, I'm going to use my Tombow on the sleeve. Curve with that. There we go. And a little bit towards the center here of the coat. And then a little bit over here to get that white so that my edge is darker. Okay. And looks like I got a little blue on the book. So let's get rid of that. There we go. I love my Tombow. Guys, if you're not familiar with it, here it is. The Mono Zero, and it is the rounded end. Absolutely love this thing. I really would be lost without it. All right. So now I'm going to take a fine liner. And hit my highlights on this coat. And if your fine liner gets funky, take a paper towel and just run it across that. It'll suck out that blue. Because what's happening here is the fine liner is picking up some of the wax from the pencil. All right. Oh man, that is so cute. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's get this sleeve done. got the sleeve here. And we've got the cuff. And just in case you didn't know with marker, if you go over an area several times, it will darken. So I'm going to darken that edge, considering we've got this cuff here, the blue. All right. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to hit this a little more. And a little trick that I use in my coloring, when you come around corners like this, just darken it, just the corner. See? And that's going to add a little bit of depth to your piece. So there's a little trick for you. See how I'm doing that? And we'll get this corner here, or curve. And the edge up here. Hopefully that will help somebody. Okay. So let's work on the hat. I'm going to go with a little orange and brown. So I'm back to my pens. And let's see here, let's get this. I swear I had one of these hats when I was little with that weave. And let's go ahead and get that right there. Do the same thing with the scarf. And I hope you can immediately see how cute this is turning out. So I'm just doing little sections here. And then we need to get the gloves. All right. And rather than do the orange, I don't even know why I thought of that. Who knows? Oh, I'm gonna throw some green in here. And notice that I am still leaving some of the white. Oh, hold on, gotta see what that is. Oak tree. Excuse me. Cute. And then I'm going to go ahead, just to avoid confusion with the tree, is use a lighter green. But I'm going to fill that in all the way because, again, to avoid confusion with the tree. There we go. All right. And let me pop down to the tassels while I'm thinking of it. Got our little roundy pieces here. All right. Let's finish the hat and the gloves. Ooh, let's see, is that mouse? Well, it's hat now. And guys, I hope this is a relaxing coloring for you. This is why I play the music that I do. Okay. And the gloves. Oh man, just cute. Cuteness overload. Okay. So let's go down to the skirt. Okay. Think we got a good coverage on that. Okay, now, I'm all about details. I need to erase a little bit of orange from some of these couple. All right. So now I'm going to, and let's see if I can get you in a little closer for this. Let's see, so I'm going to color the centers. Of these little circles. And I am using a fine liner. Okay. And then I'm going to use another fine liner. Which is my yellow, because I wanted to use a brighter color so it didn't get lost. And guys, it doesn't take very long, but oh my gosh, when you look at your finished piece, and yes, I'll be blending that orange to smooth that out, get rid of all those little rough spots. Okay, there we go. So let me pull you out. Let's see where we are on this. All right, and I'm going to work on the book. fine liner. And remember I told you if you go over repetitively, it'll darken, so I'm going to darken that spine on the left, on the author's lines. There we go. All right. Pages I will leave white. Buttons, I will go 3/4 of the way around on each button because I want to leave a little bit of that white. That was a marker. And then I'm going to use a slightly darker marker to just go on the outside of those buttons. Just a little bit. There we go. All right, so let's get a nice little mouse color. Oh, excuse me for moving you around. Don't forget, start out very light. And it'll leave you lots of room for design coloring. Okay, I've got a beautiful light color now. Now I can go back in and shade. So on the ear, part of it is darkened, the other part isn't. I'm going to shade around the edges of the fur. And I'm going to shade a little bit on the nose, just to go ahead and give some detail there. Ugh, cutie pie. All right, on the nose and the mouth, I will use a very light marker. And then I will follow that up with I'm getting there, folks. With some pink. Okay guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and I am having all sorts of video problems. I thought I was recording coloring this, and for some reason it did not show up. I don't know what the problem is. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this first mouse. The last you saw me, I was coloring the little books. So this little cutie is done. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the center one on camera. And hopefully we don't have any problems. All right. So I'm going to, on the second one, it looks like I'm going to go with the traditional red on the Santa. And we'll see if I can get this on video for you without any further problems. Oh, yeah. And the trick to this one, guys, now, is you want to use a true red, of course. You don't want it looking orangey or anything like that. So let me start on the hat. I am using a what's called a bright pink by Fila, color 072. It looks pretty red to me. Alrighty, yeah, that is pretty red, guys. I'm not exactly sure why they're calling it bright pink, but hey, you know, whatever works. All right. We just want to be sure to get into those little cracks and crevices, so this looks like a furry hat. All right. Oh, pretty. All righty. And I want a pretty solid red, so normally I would be telling you to come in light in the beginning. And for this particular instance, I'm okay with coming in your full red here. And I'm going to show you a little trick on how to shade red. Okay, let me turn that. All right. Take your time, guys. It is well worth the effort. Oh, too cute, guys, too cute. All right. So we're making good headway. Love this rich red. Oh my gosh, guys. Gorgeous. All right. Okay. Cool. Let me pull out and show you how neat that's looking now. Yep. All right. And let's see. I'm gonna do the scarf now. Got my red pen, my G207 by Pilot. And then I'm going to use my fine liner. And it's the tripless fine liner, of course. Ooh, hold on, got another part of the scarf. Excuse me. All right. Now I'm going to use my tripless fine liner. And remember, when you make multiple strokes with your marker, it darkens. So you really basically need to do a one and done. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and color in a little fringe. Yes, there was a minor break in the video. You're not seeing things. And I'm also going to go ahead and, let's see. Get that horizontal part of the scarf done. And then I'm going to add a couple more vertical lines of the red. There we go. And we've got a great looking scarf. Okay. And so, we'll get that little hymn book colored. And that was the gold that I went ahead and used earlier. And remember last time I did that very lightly, the spine, and then darkened in where the author had put her lines. All right. This is going to be a little tricky because I got to go around letters, but we'll get that done. Let me rotate that. All right, and I'll roll that around. And notice I left those two little red or white areas open. I'm going to go ahead and hit those with red pen. There we go. And if I really wanted to be super picky, I'm going to go ahead and get that white space between the letters done. Yay! That's why you love me, guys. Okay, let's do the gloves real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and add one more red line right there. We'll get that, yeah. And right next to the green. Cool. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and make these vertical buttons black. got gold braid, so I'm thinking I'm gonna take my yellow. Let's work it in here just a little more too. And I've got a little teeny tiny corner of those vertical buttons of all things. So I'm going to hit that with black. There we go. I think he'd be disappointed in me if I didn't. So we've got the yellow for the gold. Yay, done. And then I'm going to take a light brown, hit that button with it, just curl around a little bit. See, I'm not even gonna technically fill it in. We'll just get a little bit there. Cool. All right, almost done. Almost done. Let me pull you out. So this time I've got a gray mouse. And notice that I'm leaving a white area in the center. And I'm varying the shades of gray on the mouse. But I am going to go a little darker on the edges. There we go. Okay. Not much more to do, guys. So let's do the tail. And then a slightly darker brown at the tip. Angle it off a little bit. Curl around. Bring that little puppy up there and shade this as well. Here we go. Okay. Let's pull you out. We are looking good. A little bit of pink in the ears. Now, again, you guys know I'm all about dimension, so I'm not just going to slap all pink in there, right? Rub that a little bit with my finger, and then I'm going to get a very light brown. And blend that in. Much, much better. Look at that. All right. Shoes. Nice light brown on top. A little bit of shading on the inside here. On the top. Take 2 seconds to blend that little puppy, make it look a lot better. And for the sake of color contrast, I'm going to hit the laces with black. But leave the little rivets there. Okay. Oh, cute. Let me pull you out. I've got one more thing to do. Need to do the fur real quick. And I'm just going to put the tiniest hint well, more than a little tiny, but a little hint of blue. A very light hint of blue here. And here. And down here. Got a little blue past that. My bad. There we go. All right. Oh, can't forget the little tassel. And I'm going to go ahead a little darker on that. Just make that little puppy blue. And darker towards the outside for dimension. Erase a little bit in the center. Cute. Oh, and by the way, we have a cute little nose. Pink. A little darker at the top. A little bit darker for the pink mouth by the edge. We're all about dimension, remember. Okay, and then watch this. Take my stickles. Oh, hold on. Got a little there, a little there. I like to put on a generous amount. The stickles will enhance that blue. There we go there. on our little poofy thing. Pull you in a little more. There you go. And let's get the sleeve. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different on the sleeve. I'm just going to go ahead and enhance the outside where I put the blue. Same here. And then along the bottom of the skirt, pull you out just a tad. There we go. And again, guys, don't skimp on your stickles, because if you do, it'll show. All right. So let me turn this and pull you out. There you go. 2 of the 3 mice are colored with lots of little enhancements. I will go ahead and color up the third one. I will not do it on camera because this video is long enough. But I hope you can see how terrific this is looking. Let me pull you out for the whole thing. Oh, a little more. There we go. We got a pretty nice piece there. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it an evening. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Got 2 of the 3 mice done. We're talking Christmas Magic, Ruth Sanderson. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And I hope you learned some fun stuff and enjoyed watching it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. So, until next time then. Bye.